Boys and girls, here we are again. We are at The Good Life Show. Have you had a good time with all our guest speakers and with Brandon? He is hilarious, isn't he? I love watching him host this show because we have so many amazing guests. And today is no exception. We have a guest that you have seen and that you love, and I can't wait for you to hear what she has to say.
Welcome to MSC Kids Online.
Let me tell you, oh my friends, about this joy I'm living in. Let me take the mic, go on and testify how I was dead and then I came to life. No more living in the dark of night. Now everything's alright. I've been changed.
I close my eyes and colors fly. There's no hiding from your grace. I can't deny you're half of mine, and it's unrelenting chase. I was on the edge of deception, caught up in my own hesitation, until your love took over me. So I when I let go, then I find life.
Well, hey everyone! Welcome to It's the Good Life. Hey, I'm Brandon and you are joining us in the backyard. You might notice tonight we're actually filming in the evening. You want to know why? Well, Miss Amy has a really cool thing to show us and share with us today. We've been in our Sermon on the Mount series this time, and we're talking all about the goodness of God. We're talking that blessed are the pure of heart. Blessed are the peacemakers. Blessed are those that mourn. Well, today, we have something really special to continue our Sermon on the Mount series. So let's give it up for my friend, Amy. Hey, Amy, welcome back. It is so good to have you.
I'm so glad to be back. And I brought my crate full of a few things I want to show you tonight, Brandon.
I love that. I love that. So what do you got in your crate there?
Well, the first thing is the Bible.
Very important thing.
Important. Not very surprising, but it's where we're going to start. You were talking about the Sermon on the Mount.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to share this one specific part in Matthew chapter 5, starting at verse 13. Should I just read it? Should I jump in?
Let's jump straight in.
So Jesus is telling his followers, those who believe in him, he's telling them, you are the salt of the earth. But if the salt has become tasteless, how will it be made salty again? It is good for nothing anymore, except to be thrown out and trampled on under the foot of people. We're going to do into verse 14, because that's more things in the crate that I brought to share. Okay? First, though, I notice how dark it is out there. It's nice that we have these porch lights, but there's a lot of darkness here this evening, right?
There is.
I think that's going to be helpful for us, Brandon. Ready?
Good.
Jesus tells his believers, you are the light of the world.
The whole world.
A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Of course not. Like that's a pretty obvious statement from Jesus, right? Because if you've got a city up on a hill and its lamps are all on and there's lights in the window, then of course everyone's going to be able to see it from a distance.
Yeah.
So this is what Jesus is saying, is that people who believe in Jesus, we are the church together. We are like a city on a hill. The whole world is going to see us because of the light of Jesus in us. That's kind of exciting,
That is
isn't
so
it?
cool. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so here's the second thing we're going to read about. In verse 15, men don't light a lamp and then put it under a basket. They put it on a lampstand, and it gives light to all who enter the house.
So why is it so important to put a lamp on a lampstand?
That's why I brought a candle.
Okay.
We're going to talk about light. You know what would be helpful is in just a minute, if we could turn off our lamp lights here so that we're going to have darkness all around us, okay?
Okay.
Are we ready to do that?
Here we go. Let's do it.
And then as soon as it's dark, here's your match.
Oh, look.
We never play with matches at home.
You see them all going off.
And now it's dark. I can barely see you.
I can't even see you right now.
There's so much darkness right here. I don't think anyone there on that camera can see us.
No.
Okay, but now what happens when you strike that match?
Okay, here we go.
Did you notice? The minute there was light, the darkness faded away.
I can see you now a little bit.
The first thing to notice,
Okay.
go ahead and light the candle, is that light always wins against darkness. So when Jesus tells us that he is the light of the world, we know that Jesus will always win against the darkness of the world. That's good news, isn't it?
That is such good news.
So here's the next thing while we have our candle lit right here, right?
Yeah.
How much light is it making for us? I can see your face. Can you see my face?
I can see your face,
right?
yeah.
I bet they can see our faces,
But
right?
I can't really see much past you.
It's dark back there.
It is.
It's dark back there because
Yeah.
we're kind of huddled together, and so the light is between us, and that's so beautiful and great,
Yeah.
isn't it? Right? But behind us is darkness. If there were
point.
people in the darkness back there, this light wouldn't be doing them any good, would it?
No.
What happens if we were to put that light in a lamp? Would you like to put that in here?
I would love to.
Look, I'll open the little
Okay,
door
let's
for
try
you.
this out. Let's try this out. Okay. There it
we go.
goes.
So now it's in a lamp.
Okay.
And now, Brandon, how about you lift it up just a little bit of the way?
Okay.
Did you see what happened, everybody? The light went from just being between us to farther out. What happens if you lift it up even higher?
Well, let's check it out.
Do you see that? The light is even farther out.
Whoa.
Because that's what Jesus was talking about. A light being on a lampstand. Because if there's a stand holding the light, then the light's not just down low and it's not hidden under a basket, but it's up high. And then in verse 16, he tells us, those who believe in Jesus, he tells us, let your light shine before all people in such a way that they can see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven. What he means is, when we lift up the light of Jesus higher and higher, that light wins against the darkness and others can see Jesus. And they can start believing in Jesus and glorifying our Father in heaven too.
That is so good, Amy. You know, and boys and girls listening at home, this can be a little bit challenging, right? To kind of understand, like, God is asking us to be a light. Now, he's not asking us to be a candle, but what he's asking us is kind of like how the candle, when we lift it up higher, it gets brighter. That's how we're supposed to shine the light of God, right? And we can't stay to ourselves.
That's right. And I think that would maybe be a really good thing for people to talk about in their groups when they meet after this, would be like, in what ways are we keeping the light just between us, like just between people who already believe in Jesus? And in what ways can we lift the light of Jesus higher and higher so that others can see it and glorify God in heaven too?
Yeah, that is really good, Amy. Oh, I'm so glad that you got to be on the show today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yes.
This is good news, and I'm super glad to share it. How about you? Would you be glad to share the good news about the light of Jesus?
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah.
And that's what we're called to do, right, boys and girls? As disciples, as followers of Jesus, you know, what we're talking about, what Jesus is saying in Matthew chapter 5 is that by being his disciples, we are the light of the world.
That's right. So thanks so much for having me here, man.
Yeah.
It's
Thank
been
you for
such a
coming
nice
on the show this
evening.
evening.
All
And
right.
boys and girls, we'll see you guys next week as we continue on the Sermon on the Mount together here on It's the Good Life.
The good
see
life,
you guys
everybody.
then. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You guys stomp your feet like that? And let's clap together. That's it. Keep it going. Let's sing this little light of mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
All right, keep clapping now. Sounds good? Everywhere I go.
Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine.
Yes,
Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
oh, that sounds so good. That's called clapping on the backbeat. All right, sing this real quiet with me now.
Even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine. Even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine.
Yes, even when
I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
so Miss Amy is so awesome. Brandon and Amy were in the dark in the backyard until she showed us the candle, the light, and as it got higher and higher, it expanded into the backyard. What would happen if we were that light just like the lantern? If we started out small with the people that we know, and as we grow in our relationship with Christ, we get brighter and brighter, and we can shine our light to the whole world. Oh, that would be so amazing. I cannot wait to see what that looks like in your life. I can't wait to see you next week. Bye-bye.